Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. One more stream before the weekend. Or I will be also teaching at a convention tomorrow. So lots of teaching this week. Hopefully you guys are having a great Friday and ready for the weekend. Can I help you? Can I help you? I just started streaming. You're gonna come bother me? It is open review, so if anyone has a game they would like me to go over or any questions that I can help you with improving your Go game, just let me know. While I just pet this very needy cat. You are so needy, you know that? Why do you bother me when I start working? You haven't bothered me all morning. The moment I start working, that's when you gotta bother me. I think there's something about me talking to myself that summons the cats. How is everyone doing today? How's everyone's games been doing? You have a hard time playing with handicap stones. It's actually a lot easier than you might think. If you have a game, I can look at it. But playing with handicap stones is a lot easier than you might think. Learn to love 1-point jumps. The great thing about handicap is it teaches you how to fight, and more specifically, it teaches you, or it gives you practice on attacking for profit. But I think a lot of players, the reason they struggle with it is because they play defense. If you're playing defense with your handicap stones the entire game, you're going to lose. You have white. Oh, you're playing against handicap.
Review started.
Okay. Okay, against handicap. For 3 stones or less, you want to treat it like it's an even game. So open corners first. They approach. You don't have to ignore. You can, but you don't have to. But it's fine. You don't have to do this technically. You can keep playing. Yeah, is this a robot? I don't think it's a robot. I think this is a person. Okay, so you approach everywhere. That's fine. It's possible. Play out basic Josekis. They go pincer you because you ignored. That's not normally the variation. Normally it would be here. I want to finish this position because you have a cutting point. And then after whatever we do here. After whatever we do here, then you can come back and approach here, or maybe play this Joseki or whatever. No time to fix? Well, oh, hold on. Hold on. You have plenty of time to fix right now, right? But you're the one who made it complicated by ignoring and then ignoring. So you absolutely have time to fix. The thing is, you think you don't because you have 5 problems on the board. But your entire point is you ignored the approach to A, so your opponent's going to get B. You ignored the pincer at C, so your opponent could have punished at D or something, right? Your opponent could have punished, but you got back there first. You approached and ignored here, so you should expect to get punished here. And I say punished, it's not really punished, it's locally it's going to be good for black, globally you're developing very quickly. But you don't need to do all this fancy stuff, but technically you can. This is a way to play. But you have to realize that doesn't mean you just ignore cutting points. This stone is flexible. The cutting point is not really that flexible. So for example, if they pincer or whatever, or they kick and then pincer, you have ways to deal with it. But if they just threaten to cut you and then take away your eye space, you have a weak group. Cutting points are more urgent than a single stone. So that's why you definitely have time to fix. Because you have time to make another weak group, then you have time to fix the weak group. As long as you can do it in like one move. Yeah, this is possible on the bottom, but you are leaving a pretty annoying spot right here. But I think you have it in your head that you have to catch up 3 stones, and you don't. You have to not make a mistake. Like, you just play normal. Because it's 3 stones or less. You just treat it like it's an even game. You're just losing, but you treat it like it's an even game. So I could just play like this. He plays like this. I play like this. Maybe he plays like that. I play like that. He plays like that. Right? At some point, maybe I even do this. At some point, black is going to give you 3 moves. Right? So at some point, black's going to play something passive. And you'll get that move back. Right? You'll be able to get that back. So you should get 3 of those out of 200 moves. You should get 3 moves that are slow and ignorable or punishable. Your job is to play basics and efficiently until that time. If your opponent doesn't...
Younguru_ just followed.
Thank you for the follow, Younguru. If your opponent doesn't give you those 3 opportunities, they are supposed to win. They have 3 stones. They're supposed to win. So your job is just to be patient. Right? Now you can ignore like you're doing and play everywhere to make it more complicated. That is a way of playing, but you still have to respect the local urgency, which is the cutting points. By ignoring the cutting points, you're actually making the game more handicapped against yourself, because now you're behind even more moves. Rather than behind 3 moves, you're behind 4 because you have a cutting point. So you're behind 4 moves now instead of 3. All right, I would just start fixing stuff. And right now, it's actually getting closer to an even game. This actually isn't that bad for white. You're a little bit behind, but it's not that big of a deal. You don't need to do that. I would fix here. And then if they do this, I don't really care. I can always cut later. I think instead I might jump. Or play a big move. Yeah, you don't need to do these because none of these moves are threatening to cut you. Okay, so you cut black. It's possible. Problem is, black can live while taking your eye space. But okay. Defense is fine. Okay, you fixed. Okay, your corner's fixed. Now you play in the weak grip. Very good. This doesn't really matter. Black is alive. Instead, I think maybe start making shape. Maybe start making shape. This is actually attacking yourself because you're giving black another stone to attack your group. Now you're ignoring the weak group. So black can attack you very severely now. So this is kind of what I mean for black. With the handicap, you will get opportunities to attack weak groups. So your job is to defend yourself very efficiently. So it's very good to learn aggressive defense. Handicap games are great for learning aggressive defense. In other words, defending yourself by using your opponent's Aji. Because their shape should have some openings in it, otherwise they would be your level. So your job is to make shape using the Aji in the area. Okay. Very good. Your opponent has both ladders. Okay. I really don't like this shape because you still have cutting points. I would like to see a connection. Yeah. Because typically you don't Nobi from the Hane, you connect from the Hane or you double Hane. You don't usually Nobi from the Hane. So it's either here or here. And this one has cutting points everywhere, so like that would just be annoying. That's why I would like to see here. Just better shape. So here, probably connect, which is better shape. Because you have cutting points. Okay. Locally, the shape is here. That way you don't give black all these extra stones. Ooh, this is good for you. Oh wait, no, you don't need that move. They didn't, if they do this, you play that move. But if they do this, you just walk. Because they've already screwed it up. Yeah, they've already screwed it up. So you don't need to do it if they didn't do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think you can Hane, because if they cut, that's a double Atari. So they take, connect, go there, there. Yeah, this is definitely a blunder on your part. Just capture the stone. They're not going to run with this. If they run with this, this is so good for white. Yeah, they're not going to do this. They're not going to do this. So the stone's dead. The stone is definitely dead. They're not going to do that. Okay. The shape locally is here, but you have some pretty rough cutting points. You're just dead. No, you're not. Yeah, you are. No, you're not. This is why we don't leave cutting points laying around. Maybe fix the cut and start making life. And you have a cutting point here. This is why we don't leave cutting points laying around. I don't know what to do. Okay, fix this one. And then black plays any of these moves. There's so many ways to attack the center, apparently. I want to say there's a squeeze. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's because you left these cutting points. Okay, using Aji to defend yourself. Unfortunately, there's still a cut right here, but they might die, so it's okay. Good, good. Use the Aji to defend yourself. Saving cutting stones is usually the correct answer. No, this is getting too invested in the cutting stones. Because there's no connection right here. If there's no connection, then it's not good. I think I would just give them up and then squeeze. As long as you have two liberties, you should be able to squeeze this position. What? Okay. Okay. Bamboo. No, because they still cut it. Okay, okay, okay. You're connected. You're connected. Unfortunately, this dies. Like this. This, I think, dies. Yeah, I think this just straight up dies. Black has to save this first. Maybe cut. Yeah. Wait, why not just go here and kill this in exchange? Everything died? Oh no. At least now you get to attack this group. I have no idea what you're doing. I think you're flailing without reading. It looks like you're tunnel visioning on something. What? Hold up. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. This is a ladder. No, you gotta fix. You're tunnel visioning on something down here. I don't know what you're seeing, but you're tunnel visioning on it. Oh, everything's about to die. Ooh, that doesn't work. Very nice. Very nice. Probably too greedy. Just go kill these. What's the score? Black's still up by 3 stones. Yeah, these 4 stones need to die. Because now you have 2 weak groups. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, good that you can see a net, but you're about to die. No, you have to save the. You have to kill the cutting stones. This is something I think you have a blind spot in. You are not understanding that the cutting stones are huge and the cutting points are huge. Yeah, the cut right here. The connection right here, which you ended up getting these 2. Yeah. These cuts are like everything. Everything in attack and defense usually comes down to the cutting points. This is a wasted move. This is a co-threat. Uh-oh. You're dead. You're just dead. You still gotta. There's. It's not possible. You can't save everything. What is this move? I'm like over here trying to get to this or something. Somewhere you're gonna die. Hello, Paige. Long time no see. How have you been? Yeah, but this move has nothing to do with anything. You have 2 dragons that are gonna die. Same with this. What are we doing up here? Oh, you're trying to kill black. That's not going to work. I understand what you were trying to do. What's Mechabellum? Is this that turn-based? I mean, not turn-based, auto battler?
It's just followed.
Thank you for the follow first. I have been recommended this game as well. Yeah. You set up your position of the armies and do an auto battle after you set up the positions. I have also been recommended this game. That's cool. I don't have time to pick up another game just yet, though. We've gotten as high as level as we're gonna get and go, though. That's the problem. I don't know, Paige, are you going pro? I don't know if you want to go pro or not. There's no money. That's the issue. There's no money to put in more effort. We need money. Like, can you imagine? I think it's too late for me to go pro. I don't know. Maybe I could if I like dedicated myself, because I have the time thanks to Samego Dragon. But I have no interest in becoming pro. I would rather work on Samego Dragon or do something that makes me money. I have no interest in being pro. That's an insane amount of effort. Like, to get from where I am to pro would probably require 2 or 3 more years of like 8 hours a day of study and go. At least 2 more years of study and go 8 hours a day. It would be a ton of work. And there's no financial or career benefit for me to go pro. Yeah, I think the biggest thing from this is treat it like it's an even game when it's 3 stones or less. And then just be patient. Your opponent will give you an opportunity. But I think ignoring weak groups, trying to force life and death problems, and leaving cutting points laying around, I think there's just no reason to do all that. Maybe here. I think you're making it harder than it is because you think you have to play like crazy moves to make up the difference, and you really don't. And I think that's the reason maybe that you're struggling. Wait, how far away is Pigeon Forge? Oh, that's past Knoxville. Oh, that's too far. Oh, why though? Yeah, it's a pretty good it's a pretty good thing. Oh, Dollywood. Yeah, I've been to Dollywood a couple times. Dollywood's got some nice roller coasters. It's a nice little theme park. Not the best, not the worst. I think I enjoy like stuff like Dollywood and Six Flags more than I enjoy Disney World, because Disney World is meant for kids and it's a lot of Disney characters, and I'm like, I just want an adrenaline rush. That's what I want out of this. Nice. I didn't know it was rated so highly. I have been to it several times though, and it's fun. I enjoy it. I didn't realize it was rated as high as it was though. I really did not enjoy Disney World, though. My family took us to Disney World. I think I've been twice in my life. And it's not fun as an adult. If you end up a little bit more west, let me know. We can meet up, play some games. One out of the south. Oh, you don't like the Bible Belt and all of the judgment that comes with it? I like a lot of the family values, but there's a lot of judgmental stuff that I don't like. And a lot of like, you have to be this type of person or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably you don't want to live here. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. Oh, you probably know better than I do, I guess, if you were from like the South. But man, oh my gosh, my sister-in-law got kicked out of church because she was gay. And she's actually in a straight relationship now, but she was gay at the time, and they kicked her out of church.
Just followed.
And I was like, guys, I don't think you understand that people can think differently than you. I don't know. I'm a big opinion on my way is not the only way of life. My way of life is not the only way of life. And there's more than one correct answer to life. That is my life philosophy. Nose piercings? Holy crap. Man, that is strict. That is strict. That is crazy. I haven't heard of nose piercings getting someone kicked out. But I can see it. At 14, that would be... Parents would not want their kids to get nose piercings and go all crazy and blah, blah, blah. Thank you for the follow. Aquamia. I have my opinions on what Christianity should be. And I have a lot of opinions on what it currently is. And I don't like what it currently is. Okay, we got it for white.
Review started.
Some of the best conversations I had were with were at fast food restaurants. We had a Christian, an atheist, a Jew, and another Christian, I believe. I think we had 2 Christians, an atheist, and a Jew. And we had some like fun conversations. No judgment out of anyone. And we all left still thinking the same way we thought, but we got to hear about different perspectives, right? It was a... You know, you would think that, right? You would think that. You would think there's only 10 rules you have to follow, but no. There's a lot more stuff involved. Stuff that, like, I think I know, but I wouldn't be able to put words to, but I would just know that I can't do it or I can do it because I've just been raised around it. I just need to link to your game, and then you can use the Klossy coins or at the bottom of the chat window, or you can just post a link to your game. This one is the wrong direction, I think. Probably want to approach or something. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Hey, I'll be in Chicago. Oh, my cat is snoring. It's cute. I will also be my wife and I will be going to the Chicago tournament. Or 3-3. Yeah, this one's a little bit slow because they've already settled the left side. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Yeah. You're gonna have to completely tell me who you are, and because I can see your name right now, but as soon as you verbally say, this is who I am on Twitch, I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing. I am so bad with names. I legit color code you guys sometimes because like Paige is pink in my chat So I will recognize Page Edict with a capital P and page, and it's pink and a moderator. But if I say Page Edict, I think of a book. Herv, you are purple. You are purple in my chat. I don't know. I have like color codes for you guys. This one's a little bit unnecessary. I think probably just here. The reason for this is with black being right here and right here, it is unlikely for you to develop this square anymore. Because the start point really wants this square. Right? But there's 2 black stones that take it away, so now you need to get the corner. Okay. 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 What about your cutting point? Is that okay? Let's fix yours, they fix theirs, and go play a big move. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. This is complicated, but possible. All right, here we go. Let's see what your plan is. I kind of wanted this move. And then maybe here, 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 loose ladder. Aha, loose ladder. Oh, this is a disaster for black. I want to say this stone is more important than this stone. Where is this here? Yeah. Well, next year it's going to be more west. I wonder if I should go to Asia next year instead of Go Congress. Because it's going to be... going west is a lot of money. Is it Boston? I don't know. That is interesting. Normally it hops west to east, west to east, west to east. Oh, how come? Yeah, these moves are all just going to get you another dead group. Instead, just start surrounding black over here. The animal problem. Yeah, I have my mom feeding our cats, so... thankfully, we have a animal solution. Is the dog an ESA? This is just going downhill very fast. I don't know what your plan is, but all I see is you dying very quickly. I'm not sure that you're reading. Please tell me you read the ladder. You didn't read the ladder. You're playing way too fast. It's just go to a doctor. Get the paperwork done. It's really easy. Ours was like super easy. We just talked to our personal personal provider, whatever. Think a PCP, personal care provider. And she just wrote us a letter, and that's all we needed. She just gave us a letter, and ta-da! I think there might be shots paperwork though. I think you just blitzed through this section. I don't think you read through it. I think you just played. And that's going to make a bad situation like 3 times as worse. Anyway, my point is, if you get an ESA letter, then you can get a hotel and like leave the dog at the hotel. We've considered taking our cats with us to a hotel, but it's just not worth the effort when we can just have our mom puppy sit. Here, here, here. Here, here. Ah. Yeah, there's a big dip in quality of the moves, I think. All of a sudden. I don't know what it is, but the quality has dropped, I think. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You shall be missed. I will say, traveling to go, if you're a type of person that likes to travel and go places, not having an animal or a pet is usually recommended. Oh, cool. I don't think we'll go to Burning Board, though. That's too many tournaments or too many events back to back. We got to start saving for Christmas, too. Oh no, you misread the ladder. Oh no. They don't go here. They go here. Ladders. Whoopsie daisy. They don't always have to zigzag. Your bluff worked. This is why we always double check. Oh man. One more. Do one more. That way they don't get this bamboo joint. Very nice. Okay. We have targets for days. This isn't a crane's nest, is it? Oh no, that stone's right there. Okay, I forgot. Maybe here. This group's also weak. You can go here. I don't think I like this move. I'm not sure if this is helping this group or not. This is complicated. Yep, and this is why we don't blitz though. Like I have very few seconds. My website's not loading for you. Are you using Opera browser or are you using like Firefox? Because for some reason Opera is hit or miss. Using Firefox usually works fine on Firefox. I still haven't figured out what's causing it to struggle, because I've tested other websites like Online Go, Twitch TV. All of it loads just fine. I'm like, why is it just my sites struggling to load on Opera? And I'm like, what is the difference? It's a freaking website. It's reading HTML files. How could it be struggling? I don't know. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know what causes the lag. I built it with Bubble. Is it Sean's Go Group or is it Samago Dragon? Sean's Go Group? I don't know. For me, it's Opera. Firefox usually works though. Yeah, see this lag? High charts. I could even go to a blank page though. Let's try testing. This says there's a high charts error. I know Sean's Go Group stuff is out of date because I've been working on Samago Dragon. Let me try Samago Dragon real quick. SamagoDragon.com/testing. Okay, so that's working. So it must be the high charts that's not loading. Which means probably a plugin's out of date. Probably something needs to be updated. I bet you that's what it is. It's other people, me using third-party plugins. Yeah, can upgrade. See, high charts is probably one of the... Ooh, that's important. This is what reads the JavaScript. So that needs to be updated. Twitch, web and mobile, iframe. I really need to uninstall stuff that I'm not using, because I'll use it and then sometimes I'll find a better solution. Dude, so many, like, look how many there are. Look how many, like, I don't know if you can see, this is how many versions that Sean's Go Group is, like, down by. I need to actually go in and, like, bug fix Sean's Go Group, because I haven't touched it in a minute. Oh my gosh, I have to scroll for this one. Okay, updated plugins. Deploy. All right, see if it works now. Give it like 1 minute. Still got the high charts error. Got me. I'd have to like look into it and figure out what is high charts. So many plugins. I know, I'm so bad about plugins. Look, there's a... Sean's Go Group was made like 2 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago. I don't even know. But I have learned thousands of hours of stuff since then, or I've gained thousands of hours of experience since I first coded Sean's Go group. Even Samego Dragon, I'm like, I want to redo so many features, and I won't let myself because it works. I want to redo so many things just because I have learned so much more since then. Okay, I think looking at this game, I think a big thing that you're missing is you're not seeing all of the weak groups on the board at the same time. For example, you see C as a weak group, and so you'll play against it, and you'll fix this, but you completely lost track of this weak group. Then your opponent attacks this weak group, and you see this weak group, so you're going to attack this. So you love attacking, but you're not seeing your own problems. Because what I would expect to see is something like this, or maybe like this. I would expect to see something on your weak group. But then you just keep attacking instead of trying to connect. So you lost track of your weak group. So you're having trouble seeing every weak group at the same time. And if you see every weak group at the same time, you should say, hey, I have a weak group, defense first, so I should jump. Or my opponent also has a weak group, so let's defend it while attacking. Let's defend my weak group while attacking theirs. That is a very high level way of playing. This is what gets you from like 4Q or 3Q to 1-Don, is this counterattacking stuff. Defense and Sente is a powerful concept. But not ignoring weak groups. Posture check. Because that's what's going wrong right now, is you just completely ignored this. And now you're just dead. Yeah, I don't know what you can do about it, because you should just be dead. Well, you just stole a corner for free, so that's nice. You're up by 31. Oh, because you can cut this group. Oh, I didn't see the double peep. Got it. I saw the peep and I saw the push, but I did not put both of them together. Not at a glance, anyway. This stone should die. I think it should die. I think it should just die. Maybe not this way. This way might kill you. I don't know. It should die. Yeah, if you don't see it, are you really winning? That's a good point. You're only winning if you can play the AI moves. Why not defend this way? That way there's a cutting point. Hey, your opponent found it. Oh no, now they can Atari. You have to go here. And then you can throw in, they take, you Atari. They take, you Atari. They can't connect. Ah, unfortunate. So this would be cut Go problems as homework. Go problem wise, this is cut Go problems. I have no idea what this move does. I have no idea what this move does. I don't know what you're after. Just tick. I think you should be playing an endgame right now. Can you cut? I don't know. You can't cut, I don't think, but that's cute. That's cute. Okay. We go here, and then if black connects, we take, and if black tries to go here to fight the Ko, it's a Ko for black to die, so you get 2 moves in a row. Black goes here. Okay, the reason you're winning is because this is dead. That's why you're winning. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I would have seen this move. I don't think I would have seen that move. Maybe if it was a tournament, I might see it. If it was my game and I was playing in a tournament, I might see it. But not at a glance. I didn't see that move at a glance, I'm sorry. Yeah. If this is dead, you're still winning. But let's do this. No, like this. Now are you still winning? 16 points. Wow. Some crazy endgame. Okay. I don't think you are winning. I think the AI is stronger than you are. Just Nubby. I think it's a close game. Hello, Chilsea. Okay, you've got to stop misreading ladders. This is the third one that you've missed this game. You've got to stop misreading the ladder. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, here's a cool trick. If you play right there, they're going to cut you off. But if you play right here, they have to take and you connect. If they go, then you just go right here, and then they still can't do it. So they have to take, and now they have to connect because they invested another stone. So this is a connection to Suji. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 point difference, maybe? This wasn't Sente. Because this connects all the way back over. Oh no, there's a Ko. Dadgummit. That's
Do
stupid.
you think maybe he's compensating for something?
My reading. I'm compensating for my reading. What in the world? Oh, they're trying to make two eyes. Okay, whatever. You're not reading these things through. Oh, you resigned? I thought the game was close. Black by 12 points. I would still finish the game. Oh, you timed out. Okay, yeah, never time out. That is a... Timeout means you resigned, so that is a bad move. Timing out is a bad move. Click anything on the board is better than timing out. I want to say seeing your multiple weak groups at the same time, not just your opponents, and connection to Sujis. And ladders. Review your ladders. You're not reading them very well. I think your ladders are being missed. Or I don't know what you're doing, but you're missing ladders. You're messing up ladders. Yeah, those three things, I think, is what you can take from this review. And hopefully you found it helpful. Okay, next up we have this one.
Review started.
Am I reviewing for white or black? Looks like two D&D characters. Viewing for white. Open corners. Chinese opening. Go high. Awesome. From She Does From? Is that an anime? That looks like a very old anime. Looks like something from the 90s. $2018? Or the 1985? Okay. Yeah, it looked like something from the 90s or something. I was like, if this is 2018 animation, I don't know if it's 2018 animation level. It didn't look 2018 animation level. Anyway, here, when you have support on both sides, you want to develop, not settle. So, fourth line. Since you're on the third line, this says, hey, the left side, not interesting anymore. The left side is settled. Because you already have a third line stone, the left side is not interesting. So what you can do is force black to be on the left side. Like that. Now black is stuck on the left side and you're already settled. So now black is on a side that they don't want to be on. Here. This one feels like you're developing a side without a corner. So I want to say it's a little good for black. No, you cannot Hane and then go, and then Hane, and then go, and then Hane, and then go, and then Hane, and then go. Nope, leaves too many cutting points. Too many cutting points. You have to stretch. Uh-oh. I think black should technically do this to make you crawl. Yeah, too many cutting points, too many cutting points. Get to the third line as soon as you can. Second line is not where you want to be. The longer you're on the second line, the worse it is. Every single move is giving black 2 points. So every single time you do this, it's good for black. Okay, so you're alive. But yeah, as soon as you can, you should get to the third line. That way it's efficient. This crawling is just not good. Just not good. Okay, that's a big move. Good, you know your life and death. Actually, yeah, you're alive. You're alive. Hopefully you're reading that. Just leave. Go play here or something. Go play a big move. You're not cuttable, so just leave. If you're not cuttable, leave. Ooh, spicy. Going avalanche. Technically, you probably want something like this. Yeah, you probably want something like this. A little bit more flexible for dealing with the Chinese opening. If they do this, skip this tiger's mouth. This is the vital point of the shape. Yeah, this is the vital point of this group's shape. So you want to get this. They do whatever, and then you can make your base while they're running away. And you are making shape very quickly now. Yep, that's the vital point. Second line doesn't matter. Very good cap. I like it. I like it. Ignore the second line slow stuff. Yep, keep them cut. Stay connected. Very nice. Possible, but I think probably you're wanting another capping move. Because I think it's already surrounded. Fix your cuts. Fix your cuts. This is going to get you in trouble in a little bit. I think that's going to come back to bite you. I'm not sure what that does. I want to fix the cuts. If I was to play on the left, I would play one space jump. This is very invadable. This sort of a rectangle is a bad shape where you have the corners of the rectangle. This is a bad shape because it has 2 weak points. So if I play right here, there's not really a good way for you to respond because I'm going to cut you. And if I play right here, it's really hard to surround it. And if you play like normal, then I cut you here. I want to say just go here. But the problem is this rectangle shape has a bad relationship. A bad connection relationship. I think just 1 point jump is fine. And then when they go in, you can attack them. If you really want the area, just get 4th line. If you really, really want it, I don't know if that's the biggest thing to do, but that would be the way to get it. This is a nothing move. It's a 1 point move. Because if they push, you can block and there's no cutting point. So this is something you will have to train yourself to look for. You have probably 20 to 30 wasted moves a game, I would say at this level, where you're responding to things or playing things that have nothing to do with the cutting point. For example, right here, you cannot be cut, so they cannot break in, but you defended it. You probably do this about 20 to 30 times a game. Like, for example, right here, not cuttable, so leave. Maybe 20 is an over-exaggeration, but I want to say you do it a lot. Double-digit Q is a lot of wasted moves. And you have to take your time and really pay attention to making sure you're not following your opponent or instant responding to your opponent, you can gain like 10 to 20 extra moves just by ignoring a lot of your opponent's moves. Like right now, you don't even need to respond. There's no way in because you just block. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. There are some other games that I play where I'll take years off and then come back and have to relearn everything that I learned. So I know the feeling. This one doesn't really do anything. I think maybe invade here or here to destroy the bottom. Yeah, this is kind of all dame. Because there's black, black, and then white over here. So it kind of plays a lot of dame moves right here. All right, is this a cutting point? You fixed it, but it's not a cutting point. Because we know our nets and ladders. Do something, right? If they go here, they're going to die. For those who are interested, I'm not mentioning the life and death problem because we're at 16 Q. This is cuttable. There's no escape route. Instead, just 1-point jump. 1-point jumps are great. This is dame. I think just invade. This entire section was actually because of your own move. If instead you just play something that is connected instead of something that can be cut, this entire section's gone. At best, black will get half of it. Just from moving the stone, one stone, is a difference of like 15 points. That is because the difference is, can I be cut versus I'm not cuttable. Cuttable versus not cuttable. Difference of like 15 points. All of the Q rank middle games has to do with cutting points. The classic 2-2. It's the classic Hane stretch, Hane stretch, Hane stretch. This is the classic shape of double-digit Q because no one wants to fix the cutting points. It is endgame, and endgame the shape matters a lot less. But just so you know, you have to have a plan for each one of these cutting points. Okay, the reading looks good. Monkey jump. Do you know the monkey jump? I'm assuming you know the monkey jump. Technically, you're not cuttable yet. I want to live. I want to be alive. When they go here, you just Atari, and they get 2 points, yes, but it's Gote for them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And oh, that's one of the painful lessons we have to learn. This is an endgame to Tsuji. When you only have 2 liberties, you have to Nobi. Even if it was like this, when you only have 2 liberties, you have to Nobi. Otherwise, bad things happen. It's one of those things you learn the hard way, when it happens to you, you're like, oh, I didn't know that thing existed. And then you learn about what causes it and stuff. But I think it's one of those you have to learn the hard way. I think that's kind of the important thing there, is just the pain helps you remember it better. Hey, thank you for the 26-month sub.
Peregril just subscribed for 26 months. Let's continue learning our lessons the hard way, right?
Yeah, totally. All right, so I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Don't resign unless you're 40 points behind. Also, play less robots. Robots are for fun, but they can teach you bad habits. You're too strong for robots. Too many robots to human ratio. Should be like maybe 1 robot game for every 10 humans. At best. Ideally, you would just not play robots at all at this level. But if you want to play them for fun, it's fine, but not ranked. One thing that I look for in my students is... oh, you haven't played a lot of games recently. 2021. Yeah, so first thing I would say is play more games, because you only have 15 games this month. You need to play like 40 plus. Just came back. Gotcha. Okay, like, do with this information what you will. Like, I give you the things that you need to improve, but it depends on how serious you want to get at it, right? So take my advice with a grain of salt and do what works for you. But technically, if you want to improve, at double-digit Q, the thing you are missing more than anything else is game experience. So you want to play like 1,000 games as quick as you can, efficiently, without blitzing them. Like, you want to play like 5-minute games, 10-minute games, to where you are trying to win, but you're not just throwing stones at the board, right? And you have to do that 1,000 times. So how long will it take you to play 1,000 games at the rate that you're going? That's what you got to do the math. And if you can get 1,000 games in 2 years, that's usually pretty good. 500 games a year is quite a lot. That's 41 games a month. So that's one of the first things to look at. How many games are you playing? The second thing I look at is how many resignations do you have? If you're resigning too much, probably there's something wrong, but I'm going to look at the humans. Ideally, you want these to be 40 points or less. If you have your resignations at 40 or your losses at 40 points or less, it is a good game. Yeah. It is a good game if it is 40 points or less. Peaked at 7Q. That's pretty good. Probably a lot of what's missing is Go problems and game experience. Yeah, I would say getting back into it, the biggest thing you need to do is just play games. Yeah. Play games against humans. Bots are bad for you. After a certain level, bots are bad for you. That is my opinion, though. Take it for what you will. Use what helps you, whatever. Go Problems website. Ah, what a traitor. GoProblem.com, you mean? Shameless plugging my website. SumegaDragon.com. It is premium, though, but the problems are manually sorted into like 40 or 30 different categories, something like that. But it's fine. You can do the free one. It's whatever. They totally stole the Puzzle Rush. They totally stole this feature from my website. Oh, man. That's funny. I was the only one who had Puzzle Rush in for Go, and then all of a sudden everyone has Puzzle Rush. I stole it from chess. Okay, completely different game. Completely different game. Not even the same game. If you think about it, every idea is stolen. Mega here has Puzzle Rush. I don't see a Puzzle Rush. Under timed mode. Timed mode. Okay, where's the time mode? Sprint, intuition, rejuvenation, refinement, revelation. I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know how to make it happen. Like, I can't do the time mode because I don't know how to do it. I can't click it or anything. How do I get there? I have to be signed in. Okay. There we go. Time. This website is so dated. I love the idea that they tried to do, and honestly, the collections is really great. It needs tags and filters, but the collections are nice. But it looks so dated. I don't know. Slow, fast, blitz. Yeah, that's one thing I think a lot of people don't realize. Why isn't it going next? Auto next. Where's the auto next? Is a lot of the problems have to be manually fixed. Do I have to scroll every single time I want to hit next? This is not Puzzle Rush. This is not what Puzzle Rush is. I'll show you Puzzle Rush. Okay. I'll show you Puzzle Rush. That was aggravating, honestly. Fudge. 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 I almost clicked the corner. I almost clicked the corner. Uh, I'm slowing down. Anyway, yeah, have a good one. Have a good one. My record on this is very low compared to like all the other Dom players. I legit did not consider that move. Yeah, I did not consider that move at all. Okay, now we're getting into areas that I'm struggling with really hard. This is wrong. Monthly high score. Anyway, that's that. I don't know what the time mode was on Zamago Hero, but I didn't like it. I did not like it. Call me biased, but I didn't like it. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize the amount of work it goes into making sure that the problems are correct and fixed and not missing branches or answers. Like, I've had to go through hundreds of problems and fix them on Zamago Dragon. Who am I reviewing for? Did you run out of time? Do you have a lesson with bats? Because I know I sometimes see you in a lesson with bats sometimes. Okay, reviewing for black. When you have a stone right here, it's very common to play this. If you want to learn more, look up the Kobayashi opening. They're supposed to approach like this. Gotcha. If you play like this, and they jump, and then jump, you can peep and then jump back like this. There's no cutting point right here. So this is good for black. To learn more about this, you can look up the Kobayashi. AI likes the one space high. I have not studied Kobayashi with AI. I will admit that. My knowledge is pre-AI, because I haven't played the Kobayashi in a long time. It should almost definitely be here. You're kidding. Really? I would at least think here. That way you get the influence. Ah. Okay. Oh, Amused. Did you try out Beat Saber yet? Did you enjoy it? Yeah, I don't know this move. I've seen here and I've seen here. I have not seen here. Yeah, you might just know more about this opening than I do. It costs money. Well, yeah. It's a game. It does cost money. How much is it? Surely it's not that much. $30 is not bad. I don't think they're $30 that bad. I just spent that much on printable Go boards to give away this weekend. Yeah, I just spent $30. Oh, I don't have. They're in the car. I made printable Go boards on pieces of paper so we can give them away at MTech this weekend. The games, like, have you seen the game prices like $80 for new games? They're like, some of the games, modern games, are going to be like $80. That to me is crazy. I can't afford that. Why can you not do this? MTech is the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention, MTAC. We are going to be running a Go panel and how to play Go panel and be teaching people how to play Go all weekend. It might matter. Like, you got me. I have not studied this position with AI. This feels important. Okay, I do agree that locally it's not that big, but locally I want to say this is important. Globally, I could see playing up here. Yeah, all of it is small. I was more looking at the cutting points. A lot of the times when I'm looking at games, I'm looking for cutting points. Cap. Just cap it. You can Tanuki. It doesn't really do all that much, but I'm like, punch him in the face. I like punching people in the face. Don't you like punching people in the face? Man, you study a lot with AI, don't you? Can't say your opening is not studied. Wait. Can you do this? There's this little white stone right here. Isn't there a ladder in this Joseki? I swear there was a ladder in here. Man, it's been like 5 or 6 years since I studied this one, but I swear there was a ladder. I forget where it was. I'm sorry. I haven't studied it in like 5 or 6 years. But I swear there was a ladder, and this is a ladder breaker. This looks good for white, though. What did black do wrong? My thought was to go here. How could this be good for black? Oh my gosh. The AI says black gains 2 points. I do agree that the overall board position, I like black. Because there's a weak stone right here. Like, look at this stone right here. It's just a weak stone for no good reason. Dang. I would look at the cap. But okay. This is very strong basics. Okay, I'm starting to understand why this is good for black. I am starting to understand why this is good for black. You know what, AI? Shut up. Is this a 6-line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I've seen 6-line moves. 7th line? Oh my gosh. I wouldn't find that move. I've seen 6-line moves, but I haven't seen 7th line moves. I would not find that move. I would cap. I would have capped. Okay, we don't really care about the AI moves as much as what's keeping you 5Q, right? True, but it's more relative to the stone than it is to the edge. Normally to a shoulder hit, you jump and then side jump. And I would say this is especially true because you're trying to attack the stone. I would not play like this and let white in with something because now this stone is harder to attack. So I think you should jump right here. Tiger's Mouth. If you're going to fix, it's Tiger's Mouth. Yeah, if you're going to fix, it's Tiger's Mouth. There's no reason to leave clamps and Hane under, and there's no reason to leave any of that. If you're going to fix it, fix it. Don't leave Aji. If you're going to spend an entire move, don't leave Aji. What is this move? Just cap. This move looks weird. Is this Joseki? Do I just not know it? I'm starting to like doubt myself because you've studied all the AI opening stuff. Shoulder hit. The AI really wants you to take control. This is actually really, really big. Because look at this section. Like, I get why this move is so daggum big. Maybe here. Don't stress about this move. Like, you don't care about this, you care about this. This is what you want. You gotta realize these two stones are so flexible. Like, that's kind of the point, is this is so flexible. So I wouldn't stress about it too much. Yeah, this is something that I think gets you from load on to hide on, is learning how to be more abstract. So I wouldn't stress about it too much. That is not what is keeping you at 5Q. Your opening is pretty complex, but I think you're studying it quite well. So keep doing that. But we need to figure out what's keeping you 5Q. Yeah. Yeah. I suppose this works. This is the rectangle shape. Can I make a better shape than this? What about this? Yeah, you can surround this bigger. The problem is this is sort of one of those red flag shapes because there's two weaknesses in it. This sort of like rectangle. This sort of rectangle where you have the corners of a rectangle has two weaknesses. So ideally you would pick something that is not that. Probably. Go big or go home, right? Go big or go home. Are you studying with AI a lot? Definitely cut. You've got to cut. Yeah, you've got to cut. This is massive. This is all your control. You control this entire section. You want to attack something. This is way too passive. Yeah, cutting points are the secret to attack and defense at the Q level. If you can get, if you are just always seeing and reading the cutting points, you will have like Dawn level fighting. Oh, this is so passive. Yeah, what value did all of these stones get now? All of these stones got 0 value. Massive difference. Oh, you're still not seeing it. Save the cutting stone. This has got to be what's keeping you 5Q. Like, you're opening and stuff, you're studying with AI and everything else. It seems like it's very high level, like Dawn level probably. But this is like something you should already kind of have down. So it means you have a gap in your knowledge. You are really, really strong at one part, but you're missing an entire another category. And it's averaging out to 5Q. That's what I think is happening. Because you've got to save these cutting stones. This is like the only move. Really? I call bull shenanigans. Save your cutting stone. That's my opinion. Save cutting stones. What on earth? Bamboo joint, of course. Why do people insist on the empty triangle? Oh, man. Cut. Maybe, no, attack the whole group is probably better. What the fudge is this? I'm sorry, excuse you? What on earth? Got me. Got me, whatever. Surround, question mark? I think just surround it. This is kind of going into don't attack the tail, attack the whole dragon. Oh. I was looking at here. Or here. I didn't see this one. That makes sense. AI is so daggum strong. Holy crap. I didn't notice this one. Who would come up with that move? Yeah, who would come up with that move, though? After Doseki moves? That would require a lot of study. This, I think, is one of those, like, hide-on moves. You study it so well, you just know all of the Aji, like, very, very well. This, to me, is like 7 Dan plus. I don't like getting cut. in Chinese. What about the Baduk Doctor? Baduk Doctor has a lot of good videos on it as well. Why? You've got to live, right? You've got to be alive. Yeah, you're totally alive. This is again that same blind spot, right? This is that blind spot that you have. You have to, like, I would spend so much time here to make sure these cutting stones don't die. But you are just completely fine with losing the stones that are keeping this entire dragon almost dead. I would fight tooth and nail to keep those cutting stones alive. Yeah, the cutting points and cutting stones. I still have, is this, no, this is Amaranth's. The Classy coins at the bottom of chat. Okay, there's a difference between two stones and cutting stones. That's a very important distinction, though, because 7 stones or less can be sacrificed. 7 stones or less, you can just give them up. But they cannot be cutting stones. Cutting stones are worth saving. Cutting stones are definitely worth saving. All right, I think I'll wrap this up here. I want to say this is your big blind spot, is cutting points and cutting stones. Everything else seemed very high level for a 5Q. At least in the bit that I saw in just this one game, I want to say your game is a lot higher level than I would expect, except for the cutting points. And yeah, hopefully you found that helpful. All right, I'm gonna go through these really quick. Hey, Buzzsaw, how are you? Fighting is all about the cutting points, so if you're falling apart in fights, it's usually because of that. All right, Arsa-chan. Arsa. Said your last game. What's Russian backpackers? That sounds like a lot of fun, like go on a backpacking trip and then play Go at the top of the hill or something. My wife and I used to go hiking, and we would play Go at the end of the trail. Like, I remember the last time we did it, we went and played a Go game next to the creek. That was a lot of fun, very relaxing and recharging.
Review started.
Okay, I'll have to go through this quick because we are almost out of time. And before we get into this, actually, I do want to give a quick shout out before we get too close to the end of the stream, because this stream is sponsored by Go Congress. So if you guys are interested in the biggest Go event in the United States, then please check it out. There's also one in Europe as well. This is the largest get-together of Go players that happens in the country. It is a great event. Hundreds of Go players, like 500 plus Go players. I plan to be there as well this year. It is in Texas. I think it's a lot of fun, and I encourage you to check it out and see if you can go.
The U.S. Go Congress, the largest and most comprehensive Go event in North America. Every year, nearly 500 amateur players of all skill levels gather to compete in the thrilling U.S. Open tournament. At the same time, the prestigious Masters tournament.
I love these little clocks. At the tournament, you'll see all these clocks beep a lot, and I actually made a t-shirt for it. Oh, hold on. The clocks at Go Congress inspired me to make a t-shirt. Where is it at? There it is. This is the feeling of the DDKs at Go Congress. I thought this was quite funny. At Go Congress, you're gonna hear this in the mornings, dude, like hundreds of clocks beeping all at the same time.
Tournament hosts dozens of professionals and top amateur players from around the globe. There's something for players of all levels. 9x9 and 13x13 small board challenges, blitz and rapid games, seniors and women's tournaments, even the madness of Crazy Go. Prizes and recognition await the winners at the closing awards dinner. But the true highlight is the welcoming and vibrant community. Reconnect with old Go friends and make new ones from
They're doing a
across the
lot of
world.
marketing this year. I'm hoping they'll
Attend
pass
inspiring
600, maybe even
lectures by
700.
seasoned professionals, teachers, and streamers. Test your skills
I think that
against
would be,
your favorite
really
pros
cool.
in simultaneous exhibition games. Each year, the Congress takes place in a different U.S. city. This year, the 41st annual event is heading to Austin, Texas, one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S., celebrated for its unique food scene and legendary live music. In your free time, explore the surrounding area's many attractions for some unforgettable sightseeing memories. It's all happening
Yeah, I can check
July
after
12th
this.
through the 20th here in Texas. Get ready. This one is going to be big.
All right, who's coming? Still no pros yet. Wait, what? Oh, registered participants. There we go. $170 registered participants as of April 18th. This is pre-registered. Already 170 people. Looks like the pro list is not up yet, but the ratings are. Really? We still got a couple months out. Justin Tang, Jeremiah. Doesn't look like they have the pro list though. Oh, here we go. Chun Sun Chao. $20 professionals. And Chungwan. Here you go, Amused. You can look at the Hey, Mingju. I haven't seen Mingju in a while. Is there a reason like he wasn't at Congress a couple years ago? Because I haven't seen him in a minute. This dude owes me a tennis match. We gotta play tennis this year. This dude owes me a tennis match. Why is Ensong in here? I like Ensong, but he's not a pro. I'd love to attend the Badix department in Myungju University. All right, I need to get through this quickly. All right, let's see. Looking for YRU12Q. This is too early to use the Aji. Because if they connect on this side, you can't really crawl. This is just good for white. This is just good for white. You can do this though, which is a nose to Suji, because if they go there, you just get influence. And if they go here, you just cut them off. However, this is too early. You want to still play big moves. We're still in the opening. But they just gave you the corner, so. So this Shamari or corner enclosure wants to go that way. This one wants to go that way, and sometimes that way. Which means this move is very large. It's a very large move. This is a very normal move. But I want to say this is getting big. The answer to this one is here. Cut. Cutting points are the secret to attack and defense at the Q level. This is kind of possible though, because this pincer is really big, so it could also be good. Okay, so you're definitely winning now. You got the 30-point Inuki. White is alive here, so I think this one's a little bit slow. I think I would try to extend the bottom position, because look at that. And then threaten like a 1-point jump. This to me looks very interesting. Yeah. This cutting point looks a little sketch. Just go here. I prefer not to have a sketchy cutting point. Here is a common pet peeve of mine. I really want to encourage people to connect cutting points, not Nobi from cutting points or stretch. Connecting your cut is a lot more effective. That's really slow. Possible, but I want to say white's alive. Okay, I think the big key here is you're not seeing that the extension from this Inuki develops as an entire section. I think that's one of the blind spots here. Or maybe even shoulder hit. I mean, look at this. That doesn't look that bad. Empty triangle. Where's empty triangle? Here? Do you think this is an empty triangle? This is a filled triangle because there's a white stone. This is not an empty triangle, it's a filled triangle. Very important difference. Because one has a cutting point, the other one just has bad liberties. Empty triangles have bad liberties. Filled triangles are protecting cutting points. Very large difference. If you want to get ahead, knight's move typically. Because yeah, now you have to fix a cutting point. This is looking nice, but I still want that bottom side. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Interesting. I want to say just slide and you're fine. Probably that's good enough. Maybe we can check this corner. I don't know. If you live in here, it's not that bad. Probably slide. If you go here, I might Hane and then try to cut you. You don't know, right? You don't know. I might try to cut you. So just slide. Okay, this is just good for you. You've just ruined this position. Okay. Now it's probably good to start endgame. So maybe here, or 3-3, or block. Because if you draw a square around the star points, if you get all the star points and then get into 4 squares, there's white and black in all the squares. So white gets this square. It's not really much. It's not that big of a deal though. But there's white, black, white, black. Black kind of has something here, but there's an opening right here. C2. C2 is endgame, yeah. C2 is Sente. But this one is kind of dumb because no one was threatening this section of the board. So if there's stones in every square and there's no weak group, okay, there's 2 conditions. Stones in every center square and no weak group. If those 2 conditions are met, it's endgame, which means you can start the second line moves and all that fun jazz. This is a little small because you're only threatening a little bit less than a square. So this comes after the second line endgame moves. But still, it's valuable. It's value. Not too bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Someone didn't read their cutting points. Oh, they didn't either. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Gotta fix. Gotta fix, gotta fix. Cutting points are very important. Oh dear, we didn't, no one's noticing it. I wonder how long, okay, there we go, black noticed. Or sorry, white noticed. Okay, so that would be cut go problems and squeeze go problems. And maybe throw in some Crane's Nest, 3 space, or Vital of 3, Crane's Nest problems. I think those 3 would be good. And I think getting the extension from this Tanuki was very large. Aside from those 2 things, I think you just outplayed your opponent. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time, otherwise I would go more in depth, but other than that, hopefully that gives you some at least little bit of advice, because we are out of time on stream and I still have one more thing to look at. Yeah, hopefully that gives you at least some tips in the few minutes that I had to look at it. And then let's go ahead and get through this quickly and then wrap up the stream. Am I reviewing for white, Tarv? Tarv, didn't I already review for you? Oh, for black. Oh, okay, okay. I would not recommend... nah, it's fine. I would say basics tells us to make a combination, not cross, but it's fine. Mega Base. Mega Base is your friend, or jump back. Okay, sorry I couldn't spend more time on it. We were just low on time today. This is because this pincer is annoying. The way you can play against this is take the 3-4 point or the 3-3 point. Those are the 2 ways you can play against this. If you play like this, then they just come under you like this and you have a weak group. Mega Base. Mega base. Bases are your friend. The invasion for this is going to be here. Let me grab the video. See, megadragon.com/video. While this page takes forever to load because of my bug, tries to load every video in the database all at once because I oopsed. Joseki. There we go. Here you go. That is the link to the video that talks about this invasion. Yeah, this one, you're kind of getting in trouble. Oh, nice. Just connect. Connect is great. Now we're connected to our friends. No troubles. If you do this, you have some trouble. You have trouble. Don't push diagonals. Pushing diagonals helps your opponent. Maybe here. Ah, it's not a second line cut if you're an Atari, though. I don't know what your plan was, but I don't think it worked. Instead, just connect, they go here, and you block your corner. Notice how you don't have a dead group, your stones are all connected and alive, and you have your corner. This is the difference between being strong and connected versus getting cut and dying. And you can see it's a pretty large difference. This should die because there's no escape route. Yeah. This should die. Oh, hey, they messed it up. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Yeah, I was thinking they just reduce. But yeah, this works too, I guess. You just have to go here, which is awkward. These are not cutting stones. So notice how in the review that we did earlier, we were talking about how important it was to save the 2 stones. That's because they were cutting something off. These 2 stones are not disconnecting any white stone from any white stone because white is connected all through here. These are not cutting anything, so they're not that big. In other words, you can go play a big move. No reason to get a weak group right there. Okay. Okay. Like this, probably? Question mark? Oh, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. There's a stone right here. If there's a stone right here, oh, Herb knows it. And you die. And you die. This is a classic mistake. You have to Nobi when there is a stone in there. I know post AI for stronger players. I know there's exceptions, but for Q players, don't play the Hane. Because if they go right here and you block, A or B will die. No matter what. No matter what you do, A or B will die. Can't save them. So you have to go here. When there is a stone right here. Oh, I know. There's a next level, a next tier to this. If you go right here, the counter is to play right here and let them connect under. So the AI says, hey, rather than letting them do that and having this squeeze, rather than letting them have that, which you can also just go right here, rather than letting them have that, let's go right here, then they fix, and I go right here. It's a bit more complicated, though, because when I go right there, then I have this, and then this, and as long as the ladder's okay, I'm okay, and then the life and death in the corner has to live, so it's more playable. Just go here. We're at 12Q, we're at 12Q, just don't get cut in the first place. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about all the complicated AI stuff. Just don't get cut in the first place, because you can die. Very nice. Make it base while pincering. Touch Nobi. Connect. Okay, that's acceptable. I was going to say cap, but this is also fine. Okay, cap. So this one is not, because this said, hey, I'm going to attack from this side. Now you're saying I'm going to attack from this side. This is zigzagging back and forth. Blah, 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 blah. Don't zigzag back and forth. Make influence. Don't zigzag. So keep consistent direction of play. Keep consistent direction of play. Now look at all this influence you're building. This is from consistency. Careful, you've got cutting points for days. Here, 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 here. Uh-oh. Too many cutting points, too many cutting points. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep. This is because of the cutting points. But like I've been saying all day today, the secret to the attack and defense at the Q level is the cutting points. So fixing your cutting points, knowing the cutting points, knowing ladders and nets for the cutting stones. Yeah, unfortunately, I am well over the time that I was planning to do today. So hopefully this little bit of information helps you at least a little bit. Be sure to tune in next week and catch me earlier in the stream, and I'll be able to go over a little bit more of your games and give you a little bit more time than I was able to today. Yeah, hopefully you found it educational and helpful. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up, everyone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream today and found it educational and entertaining. And with that, let's go ahead and raid bats. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.